Hello, this is Aaron Wall, and this is a free SEO video for how to make page titles that are search engine friendly, webmaster friendly, reader friendly, and profit friendly. So one of the first things you have to remember about page titles is when people look at a page title, what what they're looking at is what differentiates you from the competition. It's what they're going to click on to end up at your site. So some people end up creating page titles like this, like you see at the top: SEO discount, search engine optimization, expert resources, service guru, online guaranteed best. And if you do something like that, who in their right mind is going to click on that, and B, who would buy from that person, right? So it's better to use clear language when possible and to make it sound like a sentence or at least a clear call to action. Um, so I just searched for Google. So here's the Wikipedia, search engine optimization, Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, SEO, Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. I mean, these are blunt and to the point, but they really don't make you want to click on it. It's more about Wikipedia than it is about SEO. Then you go to SEO chat, search engine optimization, Google optimization, SEO chat. Well, what if this said search engine optimization strategies for Google? Right? It would sound better, look less spammy, read better to people. And again, the meta description is too well aligned with it. There's no unique meta description here, so not too many people are going to click on that. SEO home, not very descriptive. Webmaster Help Center, what's an SEO? Does Google recommend? This is a lot better than most of the other page titles because it asks a question and it kind of leads you into a line of thought. And then here's my site: become an SEO professional and dominate Google search results. It's a very clear statements. It also gets Google in there. It has SEO, and it conveys a sense of, you know, differentiation from everything else above or below it in the search results. Everything else is about, what is SEO, or just kind of a list of keywords type of title that they don't really speak clearly. So another tip with page titles is that you only get so much that shows in the search results. I believe the current limit in Google is the first 65 characters. So you want to keep your page title to 65 characters or less, or if you run over, make sure you get the most important parts at the start of that. It also helps to use the keyword you're targeting near the start of the page title. That way, when people are scanning, they can see the relevancy because it bolds it, it pops out, and they're looking for that, so it's good to have it. But if you put it at the very start, sometimes it's easier to get filtered out of the search results. So sometimes it makes sense to put a modifier like, I put become in because I want to guide people towards this idea, but you could also put professional SEO consultants, and it really depends on what you're selling, but you put the word professional there, or I could say learn SEO. It could be something else that's a common search word that goes with SEO, but it's not just putting SEO right up at the very front. Good titles are relevant, captivating, interesting. They differentiate themselves from the other listings, and they either ask a question, evoke an emotional response, or promise something to make you want to click through. And whatever they promise, hopefully they fulfill it on the other end. Otherwise, it's not going to convert very well. So in addition to using modifiers up front in your page title, when you come up with your page title formulas, or what you're doing, how you're creating your page titles, you don't want to use the exact same formula across your whole site, because that's a footprint that a lot of automated content generated stuff would do, or all automated content generation software would do. So you're better off to mix it up where you can, especially if you're taking the time to do it by hand. Make sure each one has its own modifiers, its own way of being, and sometimes it makes sense to overlap keyword phrases in a way that's meaningful, useful, and relevant. You also not only want to mix up how you're using your words in your page title versus page to page, but you also want to ensure you're using it in a different way than using it on the page. So your heading, if possible, and this is an error of my content management system I have to fix, but right now my heading says become an SEO professional, dominate Google search results, same as the page title. It'd be better if I somehow said something else here that would make my site less prone to getting filtered for being too aligned with the term, and it would allow me to pick up additional keywords that I'm not necessarily getting right now. Um, One last thing that's worth doing if you can with your page titles is to get your brand in there somewhere. And I actually did it at the end of the page title here, but I already used 65 characters because I thought that the page title I had was pretty strong. So that's it for page title stuff, and hopefully we'll go over some stuff about meta descriptions pretty soon.